Yes, sir.
Hello.
And we are live. What's up, boy?
How you doing, Dad?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Like Father, Like Son Sports Podcast. I'm Eric T. Jackson. He's Tyler A. Sims. I'm the dad. He's my son. This podcast is a podcast where we like to celebrate the timeless bond of family through the love of sports. So join us as we dive into the thrilling world of athletics, sharing stories, insights, and experiences from both the father perspective and the son perspective. Whether it's reminiscing about games, discussing the latest sports news, or exploring how sports shapes our lives, we aim to inspire and entertain. So grab your favorite snacks, settle in. Let's kick off an exciting journey through the heart of sports and family. Hey, nice to be here again, brother. Always great being with you, man. Talking sports, talking all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of feedback, man. People really enjoy, the personal side of this podcast that you and I get into, man. And to be honest, I really enjoy that too, and I enjoy people enjoying that. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a great show for you guys today. We're gonna talk about the NFL headlines, and we got a rookie report. We're gonna talk about some of the rookies and see how they're doing. But first, talk to me, man. Growing up, NFL players, anybody that you sort of admired, wanted to be like, maybe just liked watching on TV?
Well, my first favorite NFL player was actually Adrian Peterson.
Good choice.
I was kind of, before I really got into football, because of Adrian Peterson, I said I was a Vikings fan. I don't know. I just really liked him. I liked his game. I liked watching his highlight plays on YouTube.
Were you guys in Oklahoma City when he was playing for Oklahoma, or was he already in the pros?
I think he was a professional, but we were living in Oklahoma when I started to like him. So
when you started liking him, yeah. Okay.
I wish I could say a lot more. Again, around that time, I wasn't really paying close attention to football. I would just see highlights on social media or on YouTube and be like, oh, I really like that guy.
Yeah, that's how it happins. How it happens. And maybe you gravitate towards that team as you grow up, right? So,
right.
So me growing up, I had a neighbor, Tremaine Green. If they had stars back then, he would have been a 5-star in high school. Yeah, he was like top 10 in the country.
Okay.
Everybody was after him. He chose Oklahoma. He went to Oklahoma because he was a lifelong fan of Oklahoma. So he was a big inspiration for me. Sam Adams, because he went to A&M. He was a lineman. Darren Lewis, who was the SWC's career rushing leader. He went to A&M. I was a big A&M fan, still am, and so a lot of their players are players that in college that I grew up rooting for. Pros, Mike Singletary. I don't know if you even know him.
Nope.
I was a big Chicago Bears fan. He was a middle linebacker for Chicago.
Okay.
Yep. So he was a huge inspiration for me, and definitely Lawrence Taylor as well.
Yeah.
But those are just a few, man. It's because I played a lot, so I had a lot of people that I liked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Good deal, man. Good deal. Hey, Adrian Peterson is a great one to have grown up rooting for, man. Yeah, he'll be a Hall of Famer if some of his off the field stuff doesn't,
get in the way.
I don't think it'll hold him back forever. It might hold him back from being first ballot. I don't know.
Right.
But I don't think it'll hold him back from not getting in. Yeah, I don't think it will. Good deal, man. First thing we got. Like, subscribe, share.
Please, everybody.
Comment. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy going back and forth with you guys, right? NFL headlines. Let's see. The first headline, probably, it probably dominated the headlines of the beginning of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Jets fire head coach. And I spelled, hey, did I leave the T off?
You did.
Well, I'm going to leave it off. I'm not going to change it. Robert. He might be a Robert now. Robert Saleh. Or Salah. So, I got, what do you think about that, man?
So he was on our hot seat, Coaches on the Hot Seat segment a couple episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still kind of crazy, It's something we kind of could have seen happening, but they're only 5 games into the season. They're only 2-3.
Yeah.
The defense has held every team they've played to at least 17 points.
Yep.
At max 17 points. So it's just the offense that's not great and not where they want to be, I guess, that led them to making that decision. It's weird saying that. Offense is a problem. Maybe the offensive coordinator
is the one that needs to go, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy because the defense is the best part of that team, and by firing the coach, the defensive-minded coach, you're going to make the defense weaker.
Right.
Yeah,
Speaking of, though, they did their interim head coach for the remainder of the season is going to be Jeff Ulbrich.
Yeah,
their
he was
defensive
DC
coordinator.
Yep.
And
so what I feel about this, man, I feel like it's another situation where the Jets are being the Jets.
Yeah.
Like they fumbled the Hassan Reddick situation.
Yeah.
And they're fumbling the head coach situation as well. They fumbled the Aaron Rodgers situation. I mean, they can't get out of their own way.
No, they cannot.
And
I also read that
go ahead.
This is the first time Woody Johnson has ever fired a coach mid-season. And I think about that and I'm like, you had Adam Gase as your head coach. And you rode it out with Adam. And maybe this is Woody trying to look at the Adam Gase situation and learn from that and be like, okay, right. I should have took the step back then and I didn't. So let me do that now. But I think he's just messing it up by doing it now.
He's messing it up. And from all accounts, like Robert Saleh is a good dude, someone that works hard, that's going to put in the time and effort to get this thing changed. So to embarrass him in this fashion, he 5 games into the season is what I don't agree with.
Agreed.
Now, this is 4th year. He has not had a winning record, right? So firing him is your, prerogative.
Right.
I just don't agree with doing it now.
Especially by weeks, by week 6.
Yeah.
Like, you still have a lot of games ahead of you.
Money is tied to all of this stuff, but I'd bench Aaron Rodgers before I fired the coach.
Right.
Because the coach ain't throwing those passes.
Yeah.
The coach not throwing off his back foot half.
Robert's not even calling the plays.
Yeah, like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I saw a clip, and you can't always read into clips, but I feel like I could read into this one. Robert Saleh tried to give Aaron Rodgers some dap and a hug, and Aaron Rodgers pushed him away like,
oh yeah,
get off me, man. We ain't that close. You doing this for the cameras. I don't know. Maybe he was doing it for the cameras, but perception is everything.
Right. And also,
that
I don't even
right.
if doing it for the camera, I don't think that really applies when you're the quarterback and he's the head coach. Like, is he not allowed to?
Yeah, because the camera is on him and you all game,
all the time. Yeah,
all the time. You're always gonna have a camera on you. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So that I don't know who they're gonna get for the Jets job. I don't even know who's out there that would want it. Right?
Brian Flores is out there. Bill Belichick.
He might want it. Yeah, I don't know. If they thinking of Belichick, he ain't gonna want it.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe what's Dallas Cowboys head coach right now?
Mike McCarthy.
When they fire him, because Jerry Jones gonna fire him. When they fire him, he might take the job.
Maybe Doug Peterson loses his job.
If they have Aaron Rodgers still, he might not take it. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, you got Aaron Rodgers is probably going to have to approve the next head coach.
And that's the thing. Aaron Rodgers came out and said, I like Robert. I liked him as a coach. This, that, and that. But you have pull in that organization.
Yeah.
You could have talked to someone about that and been like, I don't want this to happen if you really didn't want it to happen.
You can say, it ain't Robert. It's us. It's me. I need to fix this. Coach Hackett or Nathaniel or whatever you call him, you can say he needs to fix it.
Yeah.
My bro, my buddy, you know what I'm saying? But no, I think Coach Saleh is maybe 3rd, 4th, 5th on the list before you get to him being the problem.
I agree.
Yeah. Next headline. Same team. Jets demote OC Nathaniel Hackett. So I read that and you never know if Twitter is honest or not, right? But I read that Robert Saleh, I don't even know if that's right.
I think that's right.
Okay. He told Nathaniel Hackett, I'm demoting you, right? Mm-hmm. I'm taking away your duties as a play caller. And 5 minutes later, he was fired. I don't know if Hackett went to Aaron Rodgers and talked to the owner. I don't know if he texted somebody. But 5 minutes after that conversation supposedly happened,
that's
Coach
crazy.
Saleh was fired. Yeah.
Because I also read that Robert was planning on firing Nathaniel Hackett as the offensive coordinator, not just taking away his play calling duties. But yeah, that it checks out, honestly. Aaron wants Nathaniel to stay. That's the guy he begged for them to bring here. And as we've seen from clips of games, it doesn't seem like him and the head coach had the best relationship.
Right.
And then the coach wants to go and get rid of his boy or demote his boy.
Yeah.
Maybe Aaron had a bigger part in Robert leaving than they've let on.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what should have happened has happened. The only thing other than that is the head coach is gone, which I don't know if that improves the team or not. It may.
I don't think so.
Maybe he lost the team. Hell, I don't know.
I read that Sauce Gardner found out from his agent, and then he had to go on Google and read articles to find out that Robert got fired, and he was not devastated by it. Well, pretty much devastated by it and shocked by it. And he said that the whole locker room is still going to be playing games for Robert.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to be doing it for him because he was a real big part of what they had going on.
Wow.
So it seems like at least the defense.
Yeah. He hadn't lost them.
Yeah, he hadn't.
Right.
And he built that defense. I mean, his first year there, they weren't great, but then they bounced back.
Yeah.
The second year and the third year after that.
Yeah.
Defensively.
Yeah.
So it's just a crazy situation. They do what they need to do, and then they just ruin it all by doing something completely unnecessary. At least for right now.
Hey, that's a great segue. Sounds like another team we know.
Okay.
Oh, the Cleveland Browns. What have they done now? They done doubled down on Deshaun Watson being the starting quarterback. Now, first of all, to say that you're going to keep him as the starter, that's one thing. But to double down on it, does he deserve to be doubled down on?
We all know how much money is on that contract. I think it's not about does he deserve it. It's about we're paying him so much money, so yeah, we kind of have to, is what I think they're thinking. A part of me hopes they're lying, because I don't know how you watch the Commanders game and you see a player that deserves another chance after you've given them chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. Deshaun Watson doesn't look like the Deshaun Watson I was hyping up before the season started.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the Deshaun Watson that was playing before he injured his shoulder in 2023.
Yeah.
He looks nothing close to the Deshaun Watson we wanted to have from 2020. He looks like he forgot how to play football, and he's trying to actively relearn how to play the game.
He does, doesn't he?
Going into every game.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I want him benched. I want him to figure a way how to get him off of the team. I'm ready for Jameis Winston to play some football games for us, because I want Browns football to just look fun again. I want it to look alive. I want a breath of fresh air. And Jameis Winston's a fun guy, so I hope he can bring that to us. Really.
Hey, man. Yeah, well, good. I'm glad you said that, because I thought you were going to double down on him too.
No.
I'd have been so disappointed. You've come so far in your sports journey. I'd have been really disappointed if you double down on
No, I'm not that delusional.
Good.
To all the Browns fans saying that it's not all just Deshaun Watson's fault, yes, we have other problems. Our O-line is not playing great football right now. Our defense is not playing great football right now. Our receivers are dropping passes. But Deshaun Watson isn't helping any of that, and he's not relieving any of that.
At all.
He's not making any of it less of an issue. And that's what we brought him here for. That's what we paid him so much money for. That was our expectation.
Yep.
And while he got close to it last year, I will admit, this year it's like, where did that even go? It's like when you were sitting at home, injured, not playing, and watching this Browns team have such fire and will to win last year. Were you not like letting that soak into you so you could carry that into this year?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem like he did. And in turn, it doesn't seem like our team is. And our team doesn't look like they're coming to play. And I think they don't look like they're coming to play because they know who they're coming to play football with. They've been playing and practicing with Deshaun Watson all offseason and all regular season, and they've seen him every day, and they know what to expect.
They know he's not the same Deshaun. They've seen that noodle on time and time again. They've seen him try to escape from pressure and stumble. They've seen him go to the car dealership and purchase the next newest car. Deshaun posting all his cars on Instagram, and you know he can start his own dealership. He
needs to post motivational workout videos, something different to show that you're. I'm not on social media right now, so aside from Twitter, I'm on there, but not to look at Deshaun Watson and what he's doing on Twitter.
I'm just telling you right now, Deshaun is not interested in playing football maybe for the Browns or maybe at all. I don't know. I don't think he's interested in playing at all. But it might just be the Browns. He might just not like that cold weather. Wants you to went to Houston, wants you to live in Houston, and then you go to Cleveland. I mean, are you really going to be motivated?
I would. Real motivated.
It's like once you experience the women here, and then you go to Russia,
Ohio,
and then you go to Russia. Like, are the women are you gonna be motivated the same?
I don't know.
I don't think so, my brother, and I think that's a big part of it. The off the field stuff is probably just as big a reason why he doesn't like Cleveland as the on field stuff. Yeah, and Cleveland is I don't know. Myles Garrett not even playing well this year. Like, it seems like he's lost his motivation too.
I think it's just a complete team morale dump. It's hard to stay motivated when the guy, like last year, he got injured, so he couldn't play. And the team rallied despite that and played hard every week in, week out.
Yep.
This year, he's not hurt. He hasn't been hurt. And he just sucks. It's hard to It's hard to find motivation when you're playing with a guy that just sucks and your coaching staff isn't going to do anything about that.
No excuses this year.
That's why we need the biggest morale booster in the NFL, Jameis Winston, to start next week.
Absolutely.
Because he's a fun guy. He's a locker room leader.
Damn the contract.
That's what we need.
We need to start a Jameis Winston group where we try to get him to start for Cleveland.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
We need to get Jameis Winston on the podcast.
Oh, that would be live.
That would be great.
We need to reach out to Cleveland's what do you call it? Their publicists.
Their PR team.
Their PR team. See if we can get them on here, man. Because we'll let them know that we rocking for him. We
love you, Jameis.
You know, Jameis, he gonna say all the right things. Deshaun is the starter, and I'm supporting him. No. We want you to be the starter. We want you to start thinking like the starter, acting like the starter.
Yeah.
And you will be the starter. That's what we're gonna do.
That's what I'm hoping for, man.
All right, man.
Let's go to the next one, dude. I can't do this no more.
Last one. What we got with about this? Jabril Peppers arrested, man, put on a commissioner's exempt list.
It's crazy. So he was arrested on some charges involving strangulation and drug possession. Terrible.
Strangulation?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Was he at a Diddy party? Who did he strangle?
I don't know. I don't want to make
stuff like stuff like that. It's like a girlfriend. It's like a fight.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Like but I don't know. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so
he's a good little player, but he hasn't really reached the heights that everybody had hoped for. I mean, I felt like his first few years he was. The last few years,
definitely been going downhill.
He's been hurt and on and off, and that's really hindered him from growing.
So yeah, on the exempt list, so he won't be able to play or attend any games. I'm not. Okay. I think I have wrote down that he pleaded not guilty. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I don't think he's on the Patriots, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think. Again, we talked about how his production isn't the same as it was before.
Right.
So I don't know how big of a part of that defense he was, but if my assumptions are correct, he probably wasn't the biggest.
Okay. All right, Jabril. All right, good. Hope the best for you, brother. All right, so now we are on to our next segment, Rookie Report. So we're gonna talk about a few rookies, and we'll just let y'all know it's offensive heavy because the defensive rookies they're not like they were last year.
Yeah.
So, but we might mix one in. But let's go. First one up. Oh, Jayden Daniels. What's up with Jayden Daniels, my brother?
Rookie of the year.
Dare we say rookie of the year, or is he a runaway?
Rookie of the year in my book.
Yeah. Right now he's a runaway. He's a runaway.
Yeah, as of right now. So Jayden Daniels, I got his season stats right here. So far this year, he has 1,135 passing yards, a 77% completion percentage.
That's crazy. That's got to be leading the league.
4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 57 carries for 300 yards flat. He averages 5.3 yards per carry. Yep. Has 4 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, and 22 first downs with his legs.
Wow. So 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's a rookie.
That's a rookie.
So, yeah.
The Commanders are 4-1 right now and are leading in the NFC East.
So I feel like he's a runaway for Rookie of the Year. Do you feel like that?
I do.
Okay. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, is he, or do you feel like he could be in the running for NFL MVP?
Yeah, I actually do. So last year, I was a firm believer that C.J. Stroud should have been the MVP as well as Offensive Rookie of the Year. And I feel like Jayden Daniels is following in that path. And I mean, he was also the second quarterback to be drafted in the first round this year, like CJ was last year.
Yep.
He didn't. I don't remember when CJ Stroud threw his first interception, but I'm pretty sure Jayden Daniels threw his first interception like week 4.
Week 4, yeah.
He threw his first one, and then we picked him off once last week.
Yeah.
He's following on the same path that CJ seemed to be.
Just with better legs.
Better legs, yeah, for real.
CJ didn't get as many yards on the ground. CJ,
but he also didn't get his first passing touchdown until like week 3, I believe. So
right. Absolutely.
So he needed that. And we've talked about him a lot. He's doing great. He's making Washington. The offense is firing on all cylinders. All 3 running backs are getting touches and getting touchdowns. All offensive players, bar Zach Ertz, are getting the ball and getting touchdowns. Their defense isn't the greatest, but they're not as bad as people thought they were going to be in the beginning of the season either.
Right.
He's playing lights out football, man, and he's the best rookie that we're going to talk about tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, no doubt there, man. I feel the same way. Jayden Daniels, again, when we did our top 5 list, I had top 5 dual threats, and Jayden Daniels was number 4 on my list.
Mm-hmm. That changed now?
I haven't looked at them to rearrange them, but I can tell you one thing. Josh Allen's not number 1 anymore. I can tell you that.
Ooh, another thing about Jayden Daniels I really like, I read on Twitter yesterday that he was tired of being compared to Lamar Jackson leading up to this game they're about to have. He said something along the lines of
respect for him now.
You lost respect for him? Allow me to finish what I'm saying.
You better glad you're being compared to Lamar Jackson.
Allow me to finish.
That's how I feel about it. I feel that a rookie has no right to complain by being compared to anybody that's doing it in a positive way. Like if it's Deshaun Watson, yeah, I'll be mad too.
It's more in a sense of what he says exactly. I'll read the exact quote right now. I don't like when people try to compare me to Lamar. We're two different players. He said, appreciate everybody for who they are. At the end of the day, I want to be known as Jayden Daniels and not the next such and such, because people are calling him the next Lamar Jackson. I wouldn't want to be called the next Lamar Jackson either. I understand that. I can respect that.
You wouldn't want to be a 2-time MVP?
What's Lamar's playoff record?
You wouldn't want to be a 2-time. No, I'm talking about individually, my brother.
I get
you wouldn't want to be a 2-time MVP.
I get it.
Also,
I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be Lamar Jackson, but if I'm my own player and I'm making my own path, I don't want people to say, look, that's the next Lamar Jackson. I want them to say, that's Jayden Daniels, and he's paving his own path and he's doing his own thing.
Also, I just think it's presumptuous on Jayden Daniels' part, that just because people are saying you're similar, that they're saying you're gonna be or anything like that. Like, you need to just say things like, I appreciate the compliments. Lamar Jackson's a great player. I would give my left nut. I would give my left leg to have his career. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys say that. Now you're trying to, because now it makes it sound like, oh, I might feel like I'm better than him. No, man, just accept the compliment and move on.
That's fair. I can see that, but I don't know. I read that and I was like, I like that. Talk to him, Jayden. Talk to him.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like cats that think that have shit to say and they did.
I don't even think it's him. I don't even think it's him saying that he's going to be better. I mean, I think it's important for you as a player to feel as though you're going to be the best player that's stepped on the field. I think that's a good thing. You don't want to get delusional about that. You don't want to go yapping about it too much because it comes off badly. But for you to have that as a mentality and a mindset, I think that's a good thing to do. But
you can't always say it.
Yeah, I get that.
It comes off wrong a lot. It comes out.
I just go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I guarantee the people in Washington love it.
Yeah.
But as someone that doesn't have a dog in the fight, as someone that knows what type of career Lamar Jackson has built and is continuing to build, like he's in the MVP hunt again this year.
Yeah.
He might be in the top 2, might be leading it. Like, I think Jayden Daniels needs to, and I don't know who's been saying that because I haven't heard that. I haven't read any articles comparing him to Lamar Jackson. So maybe he's on Twitter. Maybe he's on social media too much. You know what I'm saying? Like you can really get caught in the weeds on that stuff. And the bigger picture, you lose it. Yeah. Like the voices that matter. That's what I listen to. The voices that can sway the people. Like, ain't no voice that can sway the people said he the next Lamar Jackson.
I've seen comparisons leading up to their match, but I mean, I did read it and I was like, I mean, I haven't seen it as much as he seems to have to be annoyed by it so much, but I have seen some comparisons leading up to their game next week.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. Jayden Daniels doing it though.
He is.
Next up, Caleb Williams. And I knew this was gonna happen. Like, it was so much hype surrounding Caleb, and he did decent in the preseason, but it was strategic. They put him in for a series. He go 3 for 3, and they take him out. Mm-hmm. You know, so he did all right. But I knew that the regular season he wouldn't. You know, these defenses would catch up with him. But I also knew that Chicago had one hell of a defense. Mm-hmm. That if that defense could sustain, he might be able to game manage his way through this season,
right?
And put up some wins. And that's, to me, that's what it seems like he's doing. Yeah. He's managing games while that defense hunts, and they're winning games. Mm-hmm. What do you think about Caleb Williams, brother?
Well, I like him. I like Caleb's personality. Pretty much all of my friends don't like Caleb Williams, and when he got drafted, they were like, bust.
What?
I'm holding out that he won't be a bust, and I don't think he's a bust as of right now. I'm going to read his current season stats off. So far, in the 2024 NFL season, Caleb Williams has 1,091 yards passing, a 63 completion percentage, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yep.
With 21 carries for 113 yards, no touchdowns, a fumble, and 7 first downs with his legs. Those aren't great. He has a lot of yards.
Right? The yards are decent.
He also has 4 interceptions. And not a great completion percentage. Again. And something important I should add, he has been sacked 17 times in 5 games this season.
Yep.
So I'm willing to cut him a little slack for that.
Yeah, that O-line sucks.
The O-line is not great. But despite the lackluster stats, the Chicago Bears are still 3-2. And you can say that that's the defense winning the games for them, but the offense needs to score points to win games as well. So while he hasn't been the cause of a lot of those scores, well, actually, I don't think their running game has been that great either. I don't know. They're 3-2, third in the NFC North, and it's close. The Lions are 3-1.
Swift has been decent, but yeah, he's not been as consistent as they would like. But he has been decent.
Yeah,
I have him on one of my fantasy teams, and he's been on my bench every week except last week I had to start him, and last week he did well.
Yeah. Also, he's not. I remember before the season started, he was talking about how his punter is never going to see the field. And a couple weeks ago, Chicago Bears released a highlight montage video of their punter.
What was on the highlight?
Just their punter kicking punts, because I guess their punter's been playing well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I thought that was funny. Yeah. He hasn't been what everyone, I guess not everyone, because everyone I know said he was going to suck. He hasn't been a superstar like he predicted for himself.
Yeah.
But I think he can still grow into one. He just needs to be, like you said, he needs to be more consistent.
He's going to be a game manager and probably a darn good one until he can learn to, to take over games.
Yeah. Get him a better offensive line. Come on, help him out a little bit.
That they have to do. And I guarantee you, first round next year, if they have a first round draft pick, I don't even remember. But I'm thinking if they do, they'll draft the O-lineman.
Yeah.
Because they got their franchise quarterback.
They do.
Next rookie on today's rookie report. Malik Nabers. And he plays for
the New York Giants.
The New York Football Giants. How's he doing?
So, stats on the season. He has 35 receptions. 50. He's been targeted 52 times. He has 386 yards with 11 yards per reception and 3 touchdowns. But the Giants.
It's the Giants, and he's got Daniel Jones throwing him the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are good numbers for Daniel Jones throwing you the rock.
I agree.
If he can get 60 yards a game from Daniel Jones, then he's doing pretty good.
Yeah,
you're getting a touchdown every other game.
He's looking like they've only played 4 games so far. So first game he got 66, second game 127, third game 78, fourth game 115. So
he's killing.
Doing pretty good for himself when he gets the ball.
He's killing. They have any other receivers, or is he the only one?
They have Wandale Robinson. They have, I think they have Sterling Shepard, I think is his name.
Okay. He used to play for OU.
Okay.
He played at Oklahoma. You should know him.
Yeah. But we know the Giants. They're 1-3 right now, bottom of the NFC East.
And who did they beat again? Hey man, you make it too easy, man. You just throwing me softballs here, man.
Okay, well, as I was gonna say, we can't blame the Giants' record on Malik Neighbors. He's playing good ball despite not having the greatest quarterback to throw him the ball.
Yeah.
He went crazy on us since you brought it up.
Brian Daboll said you gonna get off his quarterback.
Yeah. So I like Malik. I think if Jaden Daniels slows down, Malik Neighbors is going to be in the run for Offensive Rookie of the Year for sure. Probably. I think right now it probably is Jaden 1, Malik in the 2 spot.
Right.
Or it could be another person.
The next person on the list can conceivably move up the list.
Could.
And I love this guy. I wanted him for CJ.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew they was trying to get something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wanted a tight end for CJ. And I thought obviously he was the best one in the draft, but and the Texans got one in the 3rd round, but I thought they could have gotten him in the 1st round and it would have been a home run.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, man. I love this guy at Georgia, and I love him still. He's on one of my fantasy teams.
Mm-hmm. I have him as well.
His first couple of weeks, he wasn't doing
terrible.
I guess they weren't targeting him. But now the Raiders figure, like he's a weapon. Let's use him. The last couple of weeks, he's been doing well. Yeah.
They also lost Devontae Adams, so his pass catching opportunities
increased. Yeah, absolutely.
So Brock Bowers, I have his stats. We'll go through them. He's got 28 receptions with 36 targets, 313 yards. He gets 11.2 yards per reception. And
tight end, y'all.
He only has 1 touchdown on the season so far.
Yeah, so they must not be targeting him in the red zone.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Or maybe who they have, Gardner Minshew?
They have Gardner Minshew, but they did come out and say they're starting Aiden O'Connell next week.
Yeah, because Gardner Minshew ain't been getting him the ball. Boy, this cat loves to be on TV, don't she?
But yeah, the Raiders are 2-3, bottom of the AFC West. Surprisingly, thought they would have at least been over Denver.
I thought they'd be 3-2 at this point. Absolutely.
But I do think that if they continue to target Brock Bowers and they continue to use him as they have these last couple weeks, they will get. I think they can get some wins because of him. I think he can change the game that much. He got his first touchdown last week in their loss to Denver, their embarrassing loss. But he had 8 receptions for 97 yards and a touchdown. So they need to throw that man the ball more.
Hey man, they need to keep targeting. They need to target him like Kansas City targets Travis Kelce. Yeah, give him the ball, crossing routes, get him on safeties, and let him go to work, and get him about 10 targets a game. That's going to be about 7-8 catches a game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna win my fantasy league because of it.
I wanted to say though, you said when we were talking about Neighbors, you believe that Brock Bowers is one of the players that by the end of the season can be in the race with Jaden Daniels and Neighbors?
I do, simply because I feel like he'll be an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
As a rookie, when they start targeting him and using him the right way. He can get scores in the red zone. I'm not sure how many targets they've given him in the red zone, but to have one touchdown and a target like him, that they'll change that. I have faith in Antonio Pierce.
Well, before we move on, I want to say that while that's the rookie you were talking about when you mentioned when I brought up another rookie being able to be in the race with Malik and Jaden.
Oh, this is not who you thought.
It's not Brock, but it will be the next one we got coming on.
And it is who?
Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay.
Wide receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
So I really like this guy. I'll read his stats off and then I'll get into that. So far he has 22 receptions off of 34 targets, 397 yards.
That's a whole lot of misses.
18
throwing him the ball.
Trevor Lawrence, a regressing Trevor Lawrence, might I add. 397 yards, 18 yards per reception.
His yards is way above everybody else.
And 3 touchdowns, matching Malik Neighbors' 3 touchdowns as well.
Hey man, I feel you on that. This brother is dynamic.
He's been playing great football. So great, in fact, that speaking from a fantasy perspective, I drafted Christian Kirk on one league, and I drafted Brian Thomas on the other league. And Christian Kirk, at least for the first, I know he's been playing better now, but for the first 3 weeks, wasn't getting the ball. Brian Thomas was getting that ball. He was running up the field. He's a real good chunk player. And I like that a lot. Nick Chubb, the running back for the Cleveland Browns, he's a good chunk player. He gets chunk plays, chunk yardage. And Brian Thomas, he does the same thing. 5 weeks in, he almost has 400 yards off of only 22 receptions.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That shows how much of a big play weapon he is, right?
Yeah.
But also, I guess for him to be targeted 34 times and to only have 22 receptions, I guess maybe they're targeting him downfield a lot because he's almost he's missed 12 opportunities.
He could be dropping balls, but I mean, when he catches the ball, it's like jackpot. So I don't know how bad. I mean, it's not great, obviously, but I don't know how big of a damper it is on him right now. I like him. I think if he continues doing what he's doing, he might surpass Malik in the offensive rookie of the year race. He's probably my favorite rookie receiver right now. And I think Trevor Lawrence and Daniel Jones are both playing terrible football this year.
Yep.
But maybe this is some Clemson bias shining through. I like Trevor Lawrence more than I like Daniel Jones, and I think he can become better. He can become better because he has been better than Daniel Jones. So I just look forward to that. And if everything falls into place, that's where I stand on that. What about you, Dad? What about you? I talked a lot today.
Because Brian Thomas Jr. is getting the ball thrown to him by a former Clemson Tiger. It's all good. He's a dynamic rookie who I feel like he's gonna, like right now. Christian Kirk is a number one, but they're grooming Brian Thomas to be the number one receiver there. And he will by season's end. He's gonna have 1,200 yards. Christian Kirk will have his customary 900.
Maybe not even that. Honestly, I don't know.
No, he'll heat up. Heat up. If they play Cleveland, he'll have 1,500.
We already beat them.
Cleveland, y'all beat Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's our only win.
How many yards does Christian Kirk have?
Oh, let me look at it real quick.
While I'm talking, you look that up. But I feel like Brian Thomas Jr. is only getting started. And at the beginning of the year, all rookies have to assimilate, and offenses, defense, the coaches have to figure out ways to get them the ball.
Yeah.
And so middle of the season, end of the season is where, these dynamic rookies are really going to shine. And Brian Thomas Jr.
You asked how many yards Christian Kirk had during our game?
Mm-hmm.
1 reception for -1 yard.
See, I told you. How many did Brian Thomas?
Brian, 2 receptions for 94 yards.
Damn.
Chunk player. That's what I like. I like a big chunk player. It's because I like Nick Chubb. It's because I have Nick Chubb, and I'm used to seeing that. So when I see it in another player, I'm like.
But that tells me that they only throw to him down the field. I guarantee you. Or they would have thrown to him more than twice. Or he was caught more. They probably did throw to him more than twice. It was just incomplete because they down the field. They're low percentage passes. Like he can't do anything other than that. You can't throw him in crossing routes. You can't, throw him some bootlegs or something. But good job, Brian Thomas Jr. So the next rookie, Marvin Harrison Jr. This guy, I know you have the stats, but I know I had him on my fantasy team last year. I just felt like he was really inconsistent. I felt like he was, he was overrated.
Yeah.
Yep. And this year, he started slow and he picked it up. What does his stats look like?
Well, we're having another Brian Thomas situation, but a little worse. He has 17 receptions off of 35 targets.
Damn.
279 yards, 16.4 yards per reception with 4 touchdowns. So he is scoring, but he's not catching balls. And
Kyler Murray can't get him a damn ball?
Kyler Murray's probably running for his life back there. Arizona is 2-3, second in the NFC West. They just beat San Francisco 49ers last week.
Kyler Murray is the most throwingest on the run quarterback in the league. He can use his legs, but he is always running, throwing the ball. And I guess for a receiver like Marvin Harrison Jr., that maybe deals with timing and really likes that timing aspect of it. It's not really suitable for him just yet, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he might be dropping balls.
Okay.
He last week he was targeted 7 times and he caught the ball twice. A couple weeks before that, he was targeted 11 times, only caught the ball 5 times. Granted, that was against 2 good defenses in San Francisco and Detroit. But I honestly didn't even think his stats were going to be as good as they were. I had only the only stuff I really heard from Marvin Harrison was his one big game, week 2, against the Rams, which was a great game. He got 4 receptions off of 8 targets for 130 yards and 2 scores.
Yep.
But still, you're being targeted a lot and you're not catching the ball. Again, 17. Brian Thomas had 34 targets, 22 receptions off of those 34. 35 targets and only 17 catches.
It has more misses than catches.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Not great. Not at all.
Yeah, it's terribly not good.
And yes, we can say the same thing we've said for the last 3 rookies. They don't have, and it could be a quarterback thing, but Kyler Murray is the best quarterback out of all the ones we've talked about tonight, excluding the rookie QBs, but like out of Daniel Jones or the Trevor Lawrence or Aiden O'Connell and the Gardner Minshew mixture, Kyler Murray is better than the 3 of them, definitely. So I don't know. maybe it is a Kyler problem. Maybe Kyler is running around back there trying to avoid a sack, trying to make a play off of something.
Yeah.
But
and I feel like Marvin Harrison Jr. just hasn't learned to be consistent right now.
Yeah.
He wasn't consistent at Ohio State, man. And I don't feel like, and as a rookie, you're not going to be consistent or as consistent as you will grow to be.
Yeah.
So he's even less consistent now than he was in college.
Right.
And it shows. It shows.
It sure does.
And he'll have a good game, a really good game every now and then.
Let's see.
But he's a rookie, and he's, as far as rookie of the year goes, he's on the outside of the top 4 looking in.
Yeah, they're going to play the Packers next week. Tight defense. I don't know. I hope he can make something out of it. I think I don't really have many more thoughts, honestly.
Okay.
Before we wrap up, though, I meant to mention this to you before we even started, but there are 2 rookie quarterbacks that are going to be starting this upcoming week in football.
Yes, sir.
We have Drake May
and the
getting the
Texans
start.
play one of them.
I'm sorry, say that again?
And the Texans play one of them.
Oh,
Drake May.
Oh, Drake May? Okay.
Yeah, we played New England this week.
Okay. Well, Drake May is getting the start. And then over in New Orleans, Spencer Rattler is getting the start. Anything you have to say about that?
Spencer Rattler is getting the start. Derek Carr's hurt.
Yep. He has a hip issue. He got taken out of the game last week.
Okay.
Or on Monday, rather.
You know my feelings about Jacoby Brissett, who was starting in New England. I feel like he's been a Texas beater ever since he was in Indianapolis. So I'm glad he's not starting against us. Drake May is a rookie. Our defense is going to be licking their chops. I guarantee you they don't know what to expect. They probably looked at some film from preseason, maybe had some of their analysts analyze film from his college days, but they're not going to know how New England is using him right now, but I don't think it's going to matter. If we are the team that we want to be, and that's the Texans this year, then Drake May should not be able to stick with us scoring wise.
Yeah.
Not with the defense we have and the offense we have.
Yeah. Because he can be great. Name me a wide receiver for the Patriots. Can you do that? I can't do that.
Wes Welker?
Oh, Wes Welker. Okay.
Julian Edelman? Rob Gronkowski?
No, their offense isn't filled with a lot of weapons. Jacoby Brissett was making do with what he could.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson, I like him. I always say that anytime we talk about the Patriots, but he's not like the greatest back in the league. He's not going to be the key to the Patriots' problems, because if he was, then their problems would have been solved already.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I hope he plays well. I like to see rookies do good. I don't necessarily dislike him from like college or anything. I don't really know much about him. But what I'm not necessarily excited for it, but I'll be looking out. Something to talk about. Spencer Rattler, on the other hand, when he got drafted, during the draft and pre-draft and everything, I was hearing a lot of talk that like he could go like day 2. Like Spencer is going to be one of the top QBs to be taken in this league, in the draft.
Right. Yep.
And then he ends up being drafted like round like 6 or 7. And I was like, man, maybe he's not as great. But I'm hearing a lot of good, and I can't tell if it's true, genuine. This guy's good, or if it's hopeful good. but I hope that he is good and that he can keep New Orleans Saint football alive, because the performances Derek Carr gave us earlier in the season, wow, that was great. It was super fun. It was like energizing.
Do we know what Derek Carr hurt?
I'm sorry?
Do we know what Derek Carr hurt?
What he hurt?
Yeah. What did he
was his hip?
What part of his body?
Let's see. Oblique?
Oh, okay. His oblique, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. That hopefully it's not too serious, because I don't think Spencer Rattler is the man to keep that offense rolling.
You don't think so?
No, I do not. And this is just based off of nothing more than him not having really, shown anything in the preseason.
Well, he did. Granted, this isn't the greatest, but he did go 24 of 38 for 202 yards with a touchdown and no picks during the preseason, and he also rushed for a score.
Great. Okay. All right. So, brother went 50%. You should go 50%. You got drafted.
I don't know. I'm hopeful. It's exciting. He does play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, though. Yep. And we all know how I feel about that offense and that team in general. So it's going to be, hopefully, it could be a very rough day for him. Hopefully he plays well enough to ease that, though. And
For sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's going to be really exciting. A real exciting weekend. College and pro. Looking forward to it.
Ooh, does it? Don't Oregon and Ohio State play?
Yeah. Ohio State, number 2 plays number 3.
Who do you got?
It's hard to go against Ohio State.
Yeah.
Even though Oregon is not Pac-12 anymore, so that they're not in the soft conference. They are in the Big Ten, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
In the Pac-12. Yeah, they're in the Big Ten now. Yeah, so it's a conference game. So yeah, they're in the Big Ten. So I mean, they're still seen as a soft school, and I can't look past that. So I'm going Ohio State.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going Oregon. I like Oregon. I like Dylan Gabriel. One of my best friends is an Oregon fan. He would probably be real upset if I told him I was rooting against him. But I'm hearing that it's going to be a good game. And I'm probably going to go over. Well, I'll be at work when it's playing. So I'm going to try and watch it. I'm going to keep up with it as much as I can.
For sure.
So, yeah.
And I'll be in Dallas this weekend.
Okay.
And I'll probably be at the State Fair for the UT Oklahoma game.
Okay.
And I picked UT for that one. I feel like obviously they're a better team, but those rivalry games, it can go either way. But I feel like UT will hang on and win that game probably by 10. It won't be a 30-point win, but it'll be a close game until the end. It'll be a 10-point game.
All right, man. Oh, before we leave, let me check the score on the San Francisco and Seattle game. Or maybe it's over.
It was on in the background. My TV went off.
Maybe it's over. It's definitely over. San Francisco won 36-24.
Oh, shucks. Yep. Because it was 23-17 at one point.
Yeah. I'm seeing. Well, I ain't got nothing else.
If you don't have anything else.
Anything else you got? Want to talk about, Dad?
Yeah. What about? I was thinking.
Okay.
So, what have you like? Have you been? And this is not sports related. Like, have you been told like anything? Like dealing with courts and stuff, and how how all that went down, and how all that. Do you remember any of that stuff, or were you?
Not really, no. I don't remember. Nor do I know if that was even really talked about with me. I don't think it's. I mean, I don't know, and I feel like I don't really need to. I know where I stand now on everything.
Yeah.
So it's like I could know, but what would it really do for me?
So all these court documents and stuff that I've been keeping all these years, I could go ahead and throw away.
Yeah, you don't gotta keep it no more, Dad. You can let it go.
I'm like, at some point, me and Tyler got to have this conversation. I mean, I don't know. And at some point I'll be like, yeah, he might just not want to. He might just not want to, not care, about the past. I don't know. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff that's taking up a lot of space in my apartment.
Toss it.
Yeah, nah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So okay. So I'll scratch that off my list. I'll make sure I toss that. We'll get. What about? So let's go ahead and get into it, man. What are we doing with the schooling situation?
Is this podcast stuff? I don't know. Right now, been thinking all year. I'm gonna keep thinking until I'm not thinking no more. Not super sure I want to talk about this on the pod, to be honest.
That's what this is about, man. That's what
I know.
Is for.
I know. Some things I'm willing to, others I'm not, and maybe I will be willing another time. But right now it's just not that time.
Okay. I'll leave it alone, man. I'll leave it alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause I know last time I was pushy. I ain't talked to you for 6 months. I was like, Tyler ain't called. Okay. All right. What about you got to work this weekend? I was thinking you'd come to Dallas this weekend.
No, I got work. I am going to talk with my manager about what our off days are going to look like this year for the holidays, though.
Yeah.
That's on my to-do list for Saturday.
Yeah. So as soon as you know something, man, you need to let me know so you
yes, of course.
Get a ticket.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I will.
What about the hair, man? Any plans on cutting the hair anytime soon?
I've actually been back and forth. Recently, I haven't wanted to cut it as much, but about a month ago, I was like this close to just taking it all off.
Yeah.
But nah, I need to take some better care of it. I've been a little lazy with it lately. So. Okay. So is your hair, is it straight or is it curly? It's curly for sure.
Okay. So did you put like stuff that like we put on our hair? Do you put on your hair or do you put other stuff on your hair? I
don't do a lot. My little brother, he actually does way more for his hair than I could ever even imagine to do.
Really?
But I just deep condition it every now and then. And I haven't done that in a while. I think I need to. And I probably should do it more often than I already do it. But that's just where I'm at right now. It's not looking great right now, and it hasn't been looking great for the last week.
Yeah.
But when I get back on the schedule, it'll be back to looking how I like it to look. So.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I was about ready to chop mine off.
Yeah.
Then I said, no, let me give it a little while longer.
Mm-hmm.
But probably after football season, maybe December, January, I'll probably go back short. Yeah.
Because I like myself with short hair, and my hair grows fast, so it's never.
Really?
It's never
like,
short
did you just cut it
in
the spring or something?
I cut it. I believe it was a year and a half ago.
Oh,
maybe.
I feel like it was sooner than that. Your hair grows real fast.
I cut it in here. I'll just go check real quick. Let's see.
Speaking of growing,
faster way to do this.
Speaking of growing fast, when are you gonna get a beard? Or
I'm letting it. Usually I pluck my beard hairs, right? But again, I pluck them.
Men don't pluck.
There's nothing to shave.
Men don't pluck.
What am I gonna? You want me to put shaving cream on my face for 4 hairs? No, I look like a fool.
My brother.
I look like I'm chasing dreams I'm never gonna reach doing all that. I'd rather just deal with it the best way I can and just pluck it. Ain't nothing wrong with plucking.
It's one thing a father does not want to hear from his son. And that's that he's plucking his hair.
I'm not gonna look.
I don't hear that.
Putting shaving cream on my face for these 6 hairs on my chin.
Use clippers, hair clippers.
I just pluck it.
Don't tell me you plucking it. Just do it. Don't tell me you do it.
Gotcha. But as I was saying, I haven't in a while, so there's more than 6 now. You can't see them. I don't have the best camera quality, but I can feel them, and when I'm sitting there thinking, I be pulling on them and stuff like a thinking man would do. He'd rub his beard, but I just gotta pull them on him because I ain't got a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
How long did it take for your beard to come in though?
Mid-20s to late 20s.
There we go. Right on track.
Yeah, you right on track, man. So, I started getting the goatee probably late 20s to early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was off to the races after that. It's just all about the level of testosterone running through your body. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Keep your baby face as long as possible, man. I love it.
I'm gonna keep the mustache. I've been waiting way too long to have a mustache going, but I don't need a beard. So.
Yeah, I know, right? The mustache is all you need. Yeah, I was the same way with me, man. As long as I had this mustache, I was good.
Yeah.
Oh man, she just knows when I'm talking to somebody. Yep.
Oh, another thing.
What's up?
Remember how I told you my job is having a Olympic picnic thing?
Yeah.
I won the trophy, as I told you guys I was gonna do. I know.
What event?
Oh, so we have 4 events. There were sack races. It was a sack race relay. Okay, that was the first one. The second one was called equestrian race, and it's basically you had one of those horses with the head and the stick.
Okay.
You had to hold it between your legs and do this obstacle course thing.
Okay.
And that was also a relay. And then the third event was the tug of war tournament, may I say. And then the fourth was another obstacle course.
What?
So my team, the tug of war tournament, we didn't lose a single match. We flushed, and we won effortlessly. It was great. And I was one of the pullers. We had 5 people. It was Cirillo, if you watching, I'm calling y'all by name. Cirillo, myself, Michelle, I don't know her last name, Aaron, and then we had Elijah in the back, and we got to it. We got to work. Yeah. We won the trophy. I know I sent you a picture of me with it. I think
No, you did not.
I didn't.
No, I would have congratulated you.
Well, I meant to
about it.
Because I sent like 4 people, and you were supposed to be one of those people. So I apologize.
Okay.
I will send it to you right now, however. But yes, we won, and they're gonna put the trophy in our warehouse in a case with a plaque with all our names on it.
Yeah. So that was the inaugural one, huh?
That was the first one.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. It was great. It was a fun time. I had a good time. So yeah, that's pretty nice.
Good, man. Any more any thoughts of getting any more tattoos?
Yeah, I want to get like fun tattoos. Like, I know that a lot of people are like, you should get tattoos that mean something.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I mean, I have fun tattoo ideas that do kind of mean things to me. Like, they're like within like media I like. Like, I want to get maybe like my favorite Pokemon on my leg.
Yeah.
So a couple of my best friends have some Pokemon tattoos, and it's real cool. And I would like to get one too, because I used to really like it when I was a kid, you know.
For sure.
I remember a fun memory when I was a kid. There's this DC character named Saint Walker.
Yeah.
And he's so you know how there's like Green Lantern, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a Blue Lantern. And there's this one picture on Google that I always used to just sit down. I'd put a YouTube song on, and I would just stare at this one picture because I just thought it was so cool. And I wanted to get it on my back, like full back. I'm not going to do that now. That'd be a terrible idea. But as a kid, I wanted that one picture. I'll find that picture and send it to you. I just wanted that one thing on my back. I was like, that's the only tattoo I'm going to ever want. And I would just sit there and stare at it.
Really? That is funny. That is funny. Man.
I was something else.
I didn't even think about tattoos until I got to college, man. Young, thinking about a back tattoo.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any serious tattoo ideas. I had an idea that for like my siblings to get, like, I wanted tattoos not like their faces and stuff, but maybe like their names. But I have 6 siblings, so I'm thinking maybe that's a lot of names on you.
You put all their names on your back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I could do something to resemble them, or to like, you know, represent my siblings or something. Yeah. So I'm just trying to muster something up for all that.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool, man. See, you good. You sentimental like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. When I was young, when I was in my 20s, I thought about getting nipple rings. I never did do it, but I definitely thought about it. You know, and I haven't thought about a tattoo in a while because, you know, just don't need any more.
Yeah, I want to get my nose pierced. That's something I do want to do. That would be nice. I would look so nice with that. I know. I would.
Somebody told you that already?
Yeah, I tried to get it pierced. I had a friend whose girlfriend did piercings, and we were at their house, and she was like, "I'll just do it for you right now." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And like we got the gauging needle through my nose, but when we were trying to get the piercing through, it wouldn't go through all the way. So like I let her sit there and try and do it for like 30 minutes, it felt like. And eventually it started to hurt, and I was like, okay, we'll just stop. Like, I don't know. Maybe my nose is just too thick for this. It's not
meant to be, man. Yeah, that's too much trouble.
Yeah.
You don't want to jack your nose up.
Oh, no, it's all good. You can't even see the skull anymore. But I will be back, and I'm going to actually go in somewhere and get it done this time. She was a professional. We were just doing it at her house after we had already drank we had a few drinks. We weren't all like drunk and plastered or nothing. But we did have a little buzz going on. So maybe
what would she have done different at the shop?
Probably just been sober.
Man, they be drinking and smoking at the shops too.
I don't know. That's what I imagine. But, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, man. Tupac.
And one more thing, I'm going to look at my calendar. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod, but I know I did bring up doing a Halloween episode where we dress up for it.
Yeah.
So the week of Halloween, that Tuesday would be the 29th. Would you want to do it on the 29th?
Yeah, you just got to remind me, bro, because, I'll forget. Gotta remind me.
Okay.
I gotta get, something to wear. So you gotta remind me, man.
All right, I will.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. All right.
Okay.
It's been fun, man.
Well, is that it?
It's been fun. I mean, that's it for me. You got anything else? You got any other shout outs?
Nope.
So I will say this. Coaching is tough, coaching any type of sport. I'm a coach, and I played college football, and a lot of my teammates in college are coaches now, and I've lost more than my fair share recently, I feel I'm not anywhere near sure, but I feel like a lot of it is because of the stress that coaching puts on us, and then we put on ourselves to excel at this. Just lost a coaching buddy and a college teammate, Aaron De La Torre, a good friend, great person. Lost Rick Trujillo last year. He was a teammate of mine and Aaron's. Good dudes that I'll miss a lot. And it's making me have second thoughts about this long-term coaching thing, because they were teammates, but there's also been other guys, other coaches that I know that are my age that I've lost, but that weren't my teammates. So it's rough for coaches right now. It's a stressful, it's a stressful field. High level, high school, college coaching, that type of thing. But De La, we called him. Rest in peace, my brother.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yep. Just wanted to say that, man. And,
thank you for saying it.
Yep. Love you, man.
Love you too, Dad. And I love each and every one of you watching this podcast.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Most importantly, don't forget to comment, because we really do like interaction with you guys. We want to interact more with you guys. If you guys have anything you may want us to talk about in future episodes, you can always comment that on any video. And
yes, sir.
So
couldn't have said it better myself, man.
Good episode.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you guys next week. With that, bye-bye.
Later.